What's poppin', dogs? Mr. Allen here. We got ourselves a couple doozies, man, that are missing diagrams. I need my diagram, man. I want it. I'm going to draw it. Let's see here. Find the area of a square with diagonal measuring 16 feet. All right, I can draw up a square. No problemo, right? Boom, boom, boom. Woo! Beautiful. And I'm going to throw a little diagonal action here, which, as we said, is 16 feet. Now, squares have 4 right angles, yes? Boom. I'm going to throw a 1 in for now, right? I don't need to get carried away. The other thing about squares is they take all the properties of a rhombus, right? Those congruent sides, the diagonals are perpendicular bisectors of each other, and the diagonals bisect the angles. Ooh, if that's 90 degrees right there, these guys are 45 and 45. Do I have myself a wonderful 45, 45, 90 triangle right here and right here? But I'll do this one here. It seems like a little better orientation of it. So if you're like, bro, yeah, we do have a 45, 45, 90 triangle. That doesn't mean I remember how to work with it. Let's see here. I'm going to refresh for you guys. I'm going to refresh, all right? So I will draw it in the same orientation here, but I'm just going to draw it a little bit smaller and off to the side here so we got a little room to work. So I've got a right angle. We got 45, 45. Now, across from my 45s, that's my 1x, or just x, whatever you want to do, right? That's my short side. Now, if I've got that, I can multiply by root 2. I got x root 2 over here. So if I have the short side, I multiply by root 2 to get my hypotenuse. If I got the hypotenuse, I got to divide by root 2 to get my short side. Well, if I want the area of the square here, I'm going to need to multiply my two sides together. So I'm going to have to divide this hypotenuse of 16 by root 2. So let's divide 16 by root 2. So 16 divided by root 2 here. I got to rationalize that because some random mathematician was like, no, bro, can't have radicals in the denominator. Whatever, man. All right. And I get 16 root 2 over 2. What's 16 divided by 2? That is 8 root 2. So my sides of my square here are 8 root 2. We got 8 root 2. All of them are 8 root 2s. How do I find my area of a square? Area is going to be my length times width, or side times side, or side squared, however you want to think of it for a square. Well, 8 times 8, that is 64. Root 2 times root 2 is root 4, which is 2. 64 times 2 is 128. And we've got ourselves feet squared. Woo! Beautiful. Now, you might be like, dang, man, that's a whole lot of work. Guess what? There's a super dope shortcut, if you will. If you recall from area of different quadrilaterals, different polygons, the area of a square can also follow the area of a kite or a rhombus. Diagonal times diagonal, 16 times 16, because the diagonals are going to be congruent in a square, since it takes the properties of a rectangle. 16 times 16 is 256, divided by 2 gives me that 128. Not as many people remember that one, which is why I went through the special right triangles, and that will apply really in a kite or in a rhombus where we have perpendicular diagonals and things like that. So good refresher of special right triangles there to get 128 feet squared for the area of this square. Dope, awesome. Let us move on. Let us, not let us like the food. No. All right. Find the area and perimeter of a rectangle with one side measuring 6 feet and a diagonal measuring 10 feet. All right. Well, why don't we draw up a rectangle just like we drew up our square, right? That's oftentimes helpful. We said one side is 6 feet and the diagonal is 10 feet. Now, what do I know about a rectangle? Well, I'm going to have 4 right angles, right? They're all going to be right angles. I'll focus on this one right here. Oh, my goodness. Children, we have a right triangle here, a 6 and a 10. Now, I could hit it with some Pythag, 6 squared plus, b squared equals 10 squared. But I'm also recognizing that this is a 3, 4, 5, a 3, 4, 5 triangle that has been doubled to a 6, 8, 10 triangle. Woo! Yes, we can multiply those triples, okay? So 8 is, it says find the area and perimeter. So 8 is my side length here. Why don't we go ahead and I'll just keep the same marker. That's going to be 8. Beautiful. So 8 feet. All right. Area and perimeter. We can do that now that we have our two sides, right? So perimeter is going to equal 6 times 2. So 6 times 2 plus 8 times 2. That is 12 plus 16, right, which is 28 feet. Beautiful, wonderful, fantastic, right? We did that, right? 12, 16, 28, America. Area is going to be 6 times 8, which is 48 feet squared. Boom. We've got both of our answers here Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Fantastic and awesome. I wish there was a way to do like feet squared with the little tick mark, but I don't know if they developed that technology yet to be able to make that happen. So we're relegated to the FT squared. There we go. Boom. That's awesome. We tackled everything here with a square and a rectangle. That's dope. Special right triangles, Pythag triples. Those guys are coming up lots when we're dealing with these different fun quadrilaterals. All right, that's it. That's dope, awesome, and America. I will see you dogs later. Hit the like and subscribe or whatever it is that you do to make things dope. See ya.